Anyone who fishes a paddle style swim bait knows the problems that they have with it. Whether you fish it with the belly weight, weedless, or you use a football head to use an open hook style. Okay, the problems with, obviously, there's a football head on that. This one, when you rig it weedless, the bait looks better, but it does have a tendency to get kicked to the side. And once it gets kicked to the side, they don't swim straight. Okay, you're only able to fish it really at one speed like this, or the bait will roll over on its side and not fish correctly. Okay, so I came up with a new hook. Canyon Plastics is making it. It's an insert hook for the paddle tail style swim baits, whether it be a Berkeley hollow belly, a Bass Tricks, the Shadowlicious, the Money Minnow, anything of that sort. They're all going to be the same, and the bait will work for it. Okay, and what I did on this, okay, let me grab the hooks real fast. What I designed is a 3/16, a 3/8, and a 1/2 ounce. Okay, the 3/16 obviously is going to be for the smaller one, the 4-inch, and the 1/2 ounce and 3/8 are going to be for the 5-inch or the 6-inch. Okay, let me show you how I put these together. Get rid of this. The problem that we were having is to rig them, you didn't have a hook that could go in easily. And when you did find a hook, it made the bait fat. So I made a very thin hook in the same shape as the front of the bait. Okay? So what you do is take these hooks, lay them to the side. When you have it to the side, put a little mark where the hook comes out. Okay? Once you have the mark, you're going to take the bait and you're going to cut it right down the center from top to bottom, just in front and just behind that mark. Okay? Once you got the cut, just thick enough to put that hook through, you take the hook, okay, and I'll show you this. You dip it in scent. Okay, this happens to be banana scented smelly jelly. I'm not superstitious at all. Okay, and then you put it in, put this down into the hook so it slides in. You want it all over so the hook will slide in there and slide freely. Push it all the way to the front. Once you get it to the front, you're going to find that spot that it'll find right in the center and pop the hook eye out. Now it's free floating in the bait. And the bait itself is dead straight and it doesn't bump out. It stays the same thickness. The thickness of this bait being as thin as it is, or the thinness of the bait, makes the action a lot better. The fatter you put this, the worse the action becomes. So that's why we made the hook the same shape as the front of the bait and adjusted the size accordingly. Okay, so there's a 5-inch rigged up. I will show you the 4-inch real fast. Okay, same thing on the 4-inch. Here's the bait. A little bit of scent. Just an oily scent's perfect because then it'll slide in the bait nice and easy. Slide it in, pop it out right in the center. There's the 4-inch version. Okay, I actually fish these a lot. There's the 4-inch. Okay, and then another thing that I do is, if you are using these, instead of throwing these away because they don't last long, once you catch a few fish or get it hung up or on the weeds, they tend to have a rip in them and they don't run right. The hook won't stay straight. We all know the problems we have. Don't throw the bait away. Okay, get rid of that hook. If you need to cut it out, cut it a little bit bigger. Do the same thing. And you can take this one and turn this into a usable bait again by inserting the hook, pushing it forward, popping the hook eye out. Make sure everything's straight, and the bait will swim straight. It'll stay thin. It'll have great action, and you can fish it either deep down the points with the heavier weight, 1/2 ounce. You can fish it the lighter weight, 3/8 ounce or 3/16 with a higher rod tip. Fish it higher in the water column up top, and it does stay fairly weedless. And I do use this to fish the outside weed lines at places, say like the Delta or Clear Lake. I also use it to slow roll the points when I'm fishing the longer points on the basically the deeper lakes, fishing for more of spotted bass. It's a great addition to your arsenal that you don't have to worry about spending so much on the baits. Okay, so there's your sizes. Okay, there's a 1/2 ounce. There's a 3/8 ounce. And there's a 3/16 ounce. Okay, and it's by Canyon Plastics. And you can get that at canyon-plastics.com. They're selling them on the website right now, soon to be in the stores.